It's not just today that Tesla's been sliding. As we said, this thing is down 40% this year and by almost half since just last August. Why are investors no longer giving this stock the benefit of the doubt?
Well, I think the simple reason is the questions are just mounting a lot faster than the answers. I mean, if you look at today's news reports, cash burn is a very big issue for this company. Tesla just raised more than $2 billion in new capital, yet now Elon Musk is saying at the current run rate, that could be consumed in 10 months, not a lot of time. So that's a big issue. Then there's Model 3 demand. And by the way, the continuing issue of manufacturing issues with the Model 3, which really haven't been resolved. So it's hard to say how much is supply, how much is demand. The engine fire reports coming out of China, San Francisco, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And then, is Elon Musk stretched a little too thin with all his projects? And the answer we seem to be getting is not really a coherent plan as much as, trust me, I'm Elon.
Right.
And I think the market is just getting suspicious.
Phil, what does and Tesla's been through plenty of tough times before. What does he have to do this time around? Because the difference now, which everyone I think realizes, is that there's lots of competition out there. There are great electric vehicles that are sexy, that are cool, that are made by other manufacturers that people want to get their hands on. Is the bloom off the rose when it comes to Tesla's uniqueness and cool factor?
Well, the uniqueness factor, certainly the bloom is off the rose to a certain extent there. Look, Tesla still has great brand equity out there. There are people who say, if I'm interested in an electric vehicle, I'm going to look at Tesla before I look at anyone else. So that certainly is still a favorable position for Tesla. The problem is, as Paul was getting to, is that we're looking for more answers here, and we're just not getting them. And for Elon Musk, in the past, he was able to pull certain levers. He had moves he could make, whether it was saying, look, trust me, we're going to have an electric pickup truck coming. We got the Model Y coming. We've got electric semis coming. Different things that he would roll out from time to time, and that would make people say, aha, that's the next leg of growth. That's what's coming. What's he going to do this time? His moves are somewhat limited at this point. He can still do certain things that would reassure the market, but I think people are looking around saying, what's the next step going to be?
And Paul, when you mentioned the capital burn and the amount that they need, it's going to get more and more expensive the worse the stock does. Who would want convertible debt here, and at what price? And what yields is he going to be going to market at if they need more money? What kind of prices are we talking about if they have to do another equity raise?
The simple answer is high.
Yeah.
I mean, basically any capital they're going to raise is going to be very expensive for Tesla. And that's just the way it is, given the current situation in which the company finds itself, again, with more questions than answers just now.
Yeah, and the demand issues, Phil, are the kind of the new wrinkles here for Tesla in 2019. It'd be one issue if they just couldn't ramp up supply quick enough. That's a high-class problem to have. Has there been any way of tracking, other than a lot of the blogs and the bean counters out there who try to guesstimate what's going on, any sort of more official way of figuring out how strong demand is?
Not official. I mean, there are people who look at the vehicle identification numbers and then they sit there and they extrapolate, okay, this is where we see production, this is what we think demand is. Keep in mind that Tesla has never gone through a recession, if you will, an automotive recession, where the market pulls back. And that's not to say that their sales are going to drop. They just may not grow as quickly as the company has forecasted. And Elon Musk has already pretty much, for the most part, burned all the equity that he can get with people in terms of buying into their estimates, because he has set lofty goals in the past. They haven't met them. So now when they come out with estimates and goals, there is a certain amount of, okay, let's dial it back. What do we really think is going to be coming from Tesla, let's say 3 months or 6 months or 9 months from now?